I'm Paul Perkins with the check of your ag weather. Thunderstorms developing near a cold front over Colorado and Wyoming this afternoon, moving in an eastward line. Storms could be severe from the Panhandle to northeastern Colorado through the early evening and from west central Nebraska to northwest Kansas this evening. There is a slight risk of severe storms, a level 2 of 5 for areas along and west of a line from Valentine to North Platte, McCook, Colby, and Ulysses. A higher enhanced risk, level 3 of 5, is along and west of a line from Hyannis to Ogallala and Benkelman. Main hazards are wind gusts over 60 and quarter-size hail. The thunderstorms weaken as they approach central areas from this evening at 9 through midnight. Thunderstorms may linger past sunrise in eastern areas and redevelop east of Highway 281 for tomorrow afternoon. More thunderstorms are possible for Friday night through the weekend, especially late Friday night through Saturday night. Forecast models indicate an inch or more of rain the next 7 days. Highs dropping into the upper 60s to the mid-70s by the weekend. In our long-term forecast, temperatures are cooler next week, but still remaining slightly warmer than normal the first day of fall on Sunday through the last day of the month. Nebraska and Kansas rainfall is slightly above normal the early half of next week before that rainfall drops back to near normal levels late next week through September 30th. Key weather factors the markets are watching include rain increasing across the plains and dry conditions continuing in central Brazil. A pair of cold fronts crossing the western and central U.S. generate scattered to widespread rain, with the heaviest rains expected in Montana, locally 2 to 4 inches, and from the central plains into the upper Midwest, where 1 to 2 inches is predicted. For the Midwest, the rainfall is likely to be mostly light for most areas outside of the Northwest, where it could be heavy. Across the central and southern plains, rain this week benefits wheat establishment and immature crops, but starts to delay the early harvest. Mostly dry weather covers much of the southern U.S. in an area from the eastern Corn Belt to New England. Unseasonably warm temperatures continue a few more days from the plains into the Midwest. That is followed by a push of cooler air by the weekend. Temperatures behind the cold front are much milder and a little closer to normal when compared to the heat of this week. Another storm in front drops south through Canada later next week, but the impact for the U.S. right now is uncertain. Rainy weather lingers for several more days in portions of the mid and southern Atlantic states, with additional rainfall of 2 to 4 inches possible in Florida, Virginia, and the Carolinas. Central Brazil, with some of the worst drought conditions to start off the spring season in decades, may not see wet season rains starting until the end of the month. The late arriving rains in central Brazil could delay soybean planting into next month and planting of second crop corn, which usually occurs in January and February. Southern Brazil, especially Parana, likely to see more timely rains as their planting continues. Argentina's limited rain is delaying the corn planting and negatively impacting wheat in the development stage. Overseas in Europe, heavy rain this past weekend caused some flooding, but was mostly beneficial. More rain moving east across Europe improves the soil moisture, but could delay winter wheat planting if heavy. I'm Paul Perkins. That's a check of your ag weather.